Hey guys, I'm Mark. Welcome to the studio where it's all about racing. Today we're going to take a look at the 10 most unloved, most unviewed car, the You Suck collection in 1/64 scale. These are the cars that you guys largely ignored for one reason or another, or just didn't have any interest in. Now I will make one very valid point here. All of the cars in 1/64 scale 1 through 10 got more views than the biggest loser in my entire 143 scale collection, which is about 5 or 6 times larger. So that being said, let's start with number 10. Now, the 10th biggest loser in my 1/64 selection is probably going to shock you all, as it did shock me. It was this entire collection of mini GT Ford GT40s from the 2016 24 Hours Le Mans. This was a really cool collection. I think it retailed for about $50 when it was sold, a few years ago. Came with all 4 of these cars, the number 66, number 67, number 68, and 69. All 4 numbers corresponding to the wins that Ford had in the 1966, 1968, and 69. And the cars were nicely detailed. I considered it to be an extremely cool value. However, you folks didn't like it that much, as it only garnered 203 views over a period of a year. Now, number 9 on the list was a real shocker. This is a Tarmac Works Hobby 1/64 scale. This is a 2020 Audi R8 LMS GT4 car, the only GT4 car I have in my entire collection of 300 and some odd cars. Came in this really cool safety first AT Field shipping container, which can also double as a display case. Really neat car. Only garnered 186 views over the course of a year. Now, all these cars you see in my collection can be reviewed individually if this sparks an interest in doing so. Certainly appreciate it. Let's go on to number 8. Well, number 10 was Mini GT. Number 9 was Tarmac Works. We finally get to Sparky for the number 8 biggest loser in my collection. And I call this car, I know there's a name for it. I forget what it's called. I just call it the female because it's basically this woman on this Porsche 911 RSR Team Project 1. Winner in the LMGT AM class, the 24 Hours Le Mans in 2019. It's a really nice car. It's so nice in 1/64 scale that I bought the Spark model of it in 1/43 scale. And I absolutely love the car. Anyhow, this one got 168 views over the course of 1 year. Now, the number 7 car was also a Sparky, and surprisingly, it was this Porsche 956, the number 33 Skull Bandit. I mean, you guys have to know this car in the U.S. Skull was a chewing tobacco, well, still is, but I think they've basically outlawed tobacco and cigarettes and things like that in racing these days. Anyhow, this car was number 7 on the list. It got only 166 views over the course of a year. Now, the number 6 car will probably shock the hell out of everybody. This is the Sparky 2019. I understand it's called Rover Racing Porsche 911 GT3R. This of Lawrence Vantor in the FIA GT World Championship. This one actually tied for 5th place with the next car. Anyhow, this one got 161 views over 1 year. Now, the car that tied this was the 2016 Iron Dames Ferrari 488 GT E-car. This car also garnering 161 views over 1 year. Guys, I thought this was a really gorgeous car, a very unique livery, kind of, outlandish. To be honest with you, the way that it is represented by Tarmac Works in 1/64 scale does not really look like what it looks like realistically. I mean, the real car. It's similar, but they just weren't able to recreate it exactly the same as it is in real life. But nevertheless, it's fairly close representation. I thought a very good one. This one from Tarmac Works. On to number 4. Now, number 4 is also from Tarmac Works. It is 2013 Ferrari 488, number 30 car. I call it the Momo car. Momo makes a number of steering wheels. In fact, I had one in my very first sports car that I ever bought. A really cool car from Tarmac Works. This one only gained 158 views over the course of 1 year. Okay, guys, welcome to the podium. The number 3 biggest loser in my collection is this 2019 Brumos Porsche 911 RSR, number 93 car that competed in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. This was an absolutely gorgeous car, a really unique livery that paid tribute to the Brumos team here in the United States. I've got this also in 1/43rd scale, as I think it is just absolutely one of the coolest one-off liveries that Porsche has ever done. This one repeating the number 59 over and over again in these red and blue stripes that you see, as 59 was the number of the Brumos Porsche for years and years and years in the IMSA WeatherTech series and on the AMLS and everything else before that. Anyhow, this is number 3 car with only 141 views over 1 year. Now, the number 2 car was this Mini GT 2019 Meyer-Shank Acura NSX GT3 car, that of AutoNation, number 86 car. I personally think it's a really, really cool car. I absolutely love the livery. As you can see, unfortunately, like many Mini GT cars, it is missing both mirrors as they have fallen off over handling and things like that. And I really don't handle these cars much. I don't even collect 1/64 scale cars anymore. But anyhow, this was number 2 with only 118 views over 1 year. Now, finally, the number 1 car, the biggest loser in my 1/64 collection, is this Sparky 2017 Sun Energy Mercedes-AMG GT3 car. I think it is one of the coolest livery cars that I have in my entire collection. It is one of the few cars in 1/64 scale that I have not been able to find in 1/43 scale, as I am actively looking to collect this car. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the coolest liveries. It is black with the flames. You've got the Lincoln Park on the rear wing, rock group, as I'm sure you all know. Anyhow, really cool car. Believe it or not, this car struggled for month after month after month with only 98 views. I never thought it would make 100. It finally did just a few days ago. Got 100 views over 6 months on my channel. Anyhow, guys, that wraps up the 10 biggest losers in 1/64 scale in my collection. Thanks for watching, and the next one will be the 10 biggest winners in my collection. Take care.